Hello, Rorree here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so welcome to the Totally Rorree channel. Please check out the description box. We have a link tree in there, and it has, I think that's what's called, link tree. I think that's what it's called. But anyway, it has all the links to all my social media. In addition, those of you ladies who want to connect with a community of women who are doing fabulous things, lots of entrepreneurs in our community, lots of mommies in our community, and we are all working towards one goal. And I would say that is happiness, health, and wealth. One of my flagship programs that I created in 2005, I think. It's called Recipe for Prosperity. In this program, we do the little things every day in a great way to release the layers, release like kind of peel off layers of you like an onion, and to get to the core of who we really are, so that we're able to move forward in life and move forward on purpose and with purpose and in purpose. So in Roses, Lavender, and Sage, that's something that we focus on, just raising our vibrations and operating in life as the best beings that we could possibly be. So those ladies who want to join us over there, come on, the link is in the description box below. So today, I pulled another oracle card, and it says Field of Dreams. So whenever I hear Field of Dreams, what do I think first? Build it and they will come. That's the first thing I think of. I heard it in my head, build it and they will come. And I heard that some months ago when I was working on, what was I working on? I can't remember what I was working on, but I was having some reservation. You know what? My spiritual father, he told me to move forward with what I've been working on, and don't stop. He told me to move forward. And I was like, oh my stars, I like all stuff came up, right? And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna move forward, because that's what is in my divine path, right? And so with all of everything that came in, I heard build it and they will come. So to pull this card, and this is a newer deck for me, so I didn't even know this was in here. I wasn't even paying attention, right? Okay, so Field of Dreams, build it and they will come is what I said. Okay, so this card has some eggs, and these little fairies are sitting on the eggs. And then it looks like they're in like maybe around flowers, but when I look in the back and look at the flowers, they also look like a skyline. So it kind of looks like great things. Like if you look at the New York skyline and think what you think when you see the New York skyline, like it looks like I've arrived, great, great New York. I don't know what you think about New York today, but the way I used to always think about New York was like, oh my stars, even when I was young and I was a model, it was like, you should go to New York, Chicago, Milan. I was shorter, so it was advised that I'd go to a market that was less conservative. DC is very conservative. Plus I'm darker. DC is very conservative. They, it was the paper bag thing. I'm darker than a paper bag, so no, But anyway, so I was told to go to Milan, and I was told I'd do very well in Milan and New York, and so what this looks like. It looks like, oh my God, if you could get to New York, you've arrived, whatever. So anyway, this card looks like giving birth to your dreams. That's what this card looks like. And it looks like these fairies are sitting on top of these eggs and they are waiting for their dreams to hatch. It looks like, you know, what I'm hearing is, you know, you've planted the seeds, you know, you're sitting on the eggs. The eggs are about to hatch, and it's your time. You know, I'm hearing it's your time, it's your turn. You know, I say that, and that's what I just heard to say. It's your time, it's your turn. It feels like, again, I feel like this is divinely inspired by looking at this card. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. I'm feeling like you've overcome your obstacles. Your obstacles are on the other side of this. I feel like you have some questions, but you need to continue forward with what it is that you're working on. So this could be a job, a career, a business. You might feel stumped in some kind of way in a business. Marketing could be an issue for you in a business. So you may need to seek a coach or someone that's going to help you with marketing, with whatever it is that you're working on. Pray. I pray all the time. I talk to my ancestors, my guides, my angels. I talk to the collective group that works with me, you know, and I ask questions. I did that just today. Today, I had to make a decision on one component with the business. And I'm like, I don't know what to put right here, you know? And so I asked questions. And so I was asking questions and I actually used the cards. I was like, let me play around with my cards, you know? So I use this deck of cards that has a lot of cards in it. You know, it has a lot of cards in it. And I was like, okay, should I do it this way? And so I'm shuffling the cards and the cards are looking like, change directions, or look at something else, you know, shift the focus. You know, that's kind of what the cards were saying. I was like, okay. All right. I wasn't quite sure what to do. And so then I asked a totally different question. I was like, wait a minute, should I go do it this way? And the card that fell out was, the answer is yes. I was like, thank you. Okay, so all that said, you may need to talk to your ancestors, your guides, and your angels, and however they communicate with you, ask them to communicate with you and give you your answers. You know, I received information all different ways. You know, most of the time I just hear it, you know, but when I'm in thinking and processing and stuff like that, sometimes I'm not quite sure the information that I'm hearing, you know, is that me thinking and processing or whatever? It kind of gets muddled. So that's why I used the cards today, because all I was doing was freaking thinking. So, you know, so sometimes when the intuition has to work, the thinking has to kind of turn off. Okay. All right. So anyway, let's read what this card means today, because I told y'all what it means for y'all. That was my reading on it. But let's see what the little book says. Okay. Field of dreams. Your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are always engaging. The vast field of pure potential. Woo! Yes, Sashay. Yes. I mean, I'm just saying that like I like to say life is limitless. The sky, you know, people say the sky's the limit. Psh, whatever, because there's much more than the sky out there. So life is limitless. Possibilities are limitless, you know? So I'm just saying, okay. So I'm going to read that again. Your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are always engaging in vast fields of pure potential. And it's you that might limit that potential with your doubts that creep in, with your thoughts that vibrate lower than the thoughts that where you want to be. You know what I mean? That's why in Roses, Lavender, and Sage, we work all the time. When we do our small groups, when we do our workshops and things of that nature, we are talking, we are elevating, we are doing things every day to elevate our beings, to elevate our vibrations, so that this pure potential can shine through and can bust through any murk and mire that wants to try to get in the way. Okay. This is the perfect time to harness the field of vast potential not yet realized in your life. Great abundance is yours if you're willing to do the work alongside the gentle gardener. Be clear about your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Concentrate on on your best life, regardless of the temporary outer conditions imposed upon you by the greater world, which has its own story to tell. You have a basket full of seeds that are quite powerful. For your for your talents are divinely inspired and will indeed lead to a great harvest to be shared with others. You will reap what you have sown. Dream big, dream beautiful, take action, and tend to the garden of your life and experience the extraordinary. Hey, Ashe. I like that, y'all. Okay. You know, sometimes they say keep your eyes on the prize, make the main thing the main thing. You know, make sure that you are clear about where you're going, what it is that you desire. Get clarity on those things so that you're not running around like a fool. If you're looking for a mate, the first thing you want to do is write down what the hell you want. Write it down. Don't just think about it. Write down. I tell people to write down at least 50 qualities. When I first did that exercise, I wrote down 100 qualities because that's what I was instructed to do. Write down 100 qualities that you would desire in a mate. And I was like, damn, 100? Okay. And I'm telling you, it might have taken me about a week to write down 100 qualities. I had to keep a little notepad with me, and whenever I thought of a quality, I wrote it down. And you always write it down in the positive, and in present tense. So you want to say, like, for example, I don't like smoke. Okay, I don't like smokers. I shouldn't say it like that. But I can't stand cigarette smoke, okay? And I'm going to leave. If you smoking, I'm out, okay? So I'm definitely not dating a freaking smoker, okay? And I don't like kissing a smoker because I don't like smoke. So I don't want to taste that shit, okay? So anyway, so you don't want to say, I don't want a smoker, right? So how do you say that? So you write everything that you desire in the positive. So I think for the smoker one, I think I put, and I help you guys do this too, in our communities. If you want help on this, you can run your list by me and things of that nature, because this is fun for me. But okay, so the smoker one, I think I wrote something like, what did I say? I desire a mate who loves and appreciates his lungs, or something like that. Because I ain't know what the hell to say, because I know I ain't want nobody that didn't give a shit about their lungs. But anyway, that loves being health conscious. Most people who are health conscious do not pick up cigarettes, okay? Or whatever, but you might have to be crafty and creative to say things the way you want to say it, okay? And definitely we can help you, and it's fun trying to figure out how to say it. Also, I don't put ands, like I desire a mate who's this and that. No, the this and the that. They two different ones, okay? Because it's difficult. It's a little challenging to come up with the list in the first place. So I did 100. So I challenge you to do 100. But if you can't do 100, do at least 50, okay? And these are 50 qualities that you would desire in your mate. And then if you're already dating somebody, see how many of the qualities they match up with. Because I remember I was dating this guy, and I tell this story every time, but I was dating this guy, and this guy chased me for years, and then we finally got together. I was like, he wasn't, it was like mediocre relationship, less than mediocre, okay? I was just like, why am I not excited? why ain't having fun with this relationship? This shit is boring. Okay. So one day I pulled a list out. I said, let me see how many things this dude add up, on this list. I said, well, let me break it down to 25. What are the 25 out of this 100? What were the 25 deal breakers, 25 must haves? Okay, so that's what I did. And when I did the 25 must have, he didn't even make 5 of them. That's why my ass was not happy, because he wasn't what I wanted. I might have been what he thought he wanted, but he definitely wasn't what I wanted. So I told him, you know what? I have this list. And I tell you, I was honest about it. I was like, you know what? I am not feeling this because, and this is the reason why. I like all these things and you ain't none of them. So, okay, bye. Okay, so we just remain friends, and we're friends to this day, but I just relationship, nah. And I would never go there again. You know why? Because he don't add up on my list. He don't add up. And I'm not trying to say you should be a list person and only go by this list and don't have any give and take or whatever. But I am saying you better know what the hell you want. Because if you don't establish what it is that you desire, you'll end up in a bunch of relationships that are just bullshittiga. They ain't shit. What the hell am I in this shit for? You know, like I remember I was in a relationship and I was like, I've been in a couple of relationships where I'd be like, why am I here? Like, I realized that I was happy. Like women, we gotta find happiness in ourselves, you know, and we would be so used to trying to find happiness outside that we weren't finding it in ourselves. So I had started long ago developing the relationship with myself and loving myself the most, you know? So you really gotta love yourself and take yourself out. Don't always be relying on the other person, you know, be happy with yourself, by yourself, you know, because at one point I was not really all that happy by myself. I was like, why ain't you happy by myself? I used to work. Okay, so I used to work all the time, right? 7 days a week, 6 days a week. One day I rested. And I only rested that one day because my business partner rested that day. If it was up to me, I remember at one point, like for 2 years straight, I worked every day, you know, every single day, no breaks. But then I started taking a break. All right. And what I noticed was on the day that I took a break, I didn't feel so great. I was like, why I don't feel great? Well, all the other days I was filled with people, you know, 24/7. It was somebody, right? And then on the last day, I was just with myself. And I was like, why ain't happy? And then I had to start finding happiness within myself. And this is when I started this thing, and I would take myself to a movie every Sunday. Every Sunday I took myself to a movie because I love movies, but I wouldn't go by myself. No way. But I started going to the movies by myself every Sunday, and that was me. That was my date with myself, you know, and I loved it. I mean, I would enjoy the movie like it was somebody with me, right? You really don't need somebody there to enjoy the movie, right? But I would really love that. And then I went from having Sundays to myself to having every day I would spend at least 1 hour with myself. And then I would spend at least 2 hours with myself. Then it was like half of the morning. I love spending time with myself. I ain't gonna lie. I really, really do. So I'm dating this guy and I'm like, I'm happy when I'm with me, okay? So if I'm with you and you with me, like it need to be still happy over here, right? So if over here start being not so happy, then I think there's a problem. That's just how I feel. So first I check myself, work on self, but eventually I realized, okay, that's not working for me. You know, even though the person did a lot of the things on the list, you know, I think probably most of the things on the list, but it still wasn't a good union. And you know, I was listening to a young lady I follow. I just love her content. I really, really do. And she was saying that you need to check with spirit and check with maybe your elders or something like that. If you're in a particular spiritual um, tradition, she was saying, check with your elders, see what God has to say about you with this person, see what your ancestors have to say, because just because somebody meets all the things on the checklist does not mean that they are right for you. You know, you may not be equally yoked in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Now, I don't know how I got on this subject from Field of Dreams, building they will come. I really don't know. I don't know how I got here, but y'all, thank you for allowing me to share. And thank you for allowing me to entertain, because I hope y'all got a giggle out of that. And I'm going to tell you, build it and they will come. Work on it and they will come. If the work on it is you, work on yourself and they will come. If you are trying to get a new partner or something, relationship with someone, then work on a list, you know, work on determining what it is that you like. You know, I work with so many women who talk to me about their relationships and they're not even in a relationship that they like, but they don't want to lose it because they don't want to be alone. But when you're alone, you're probably happier. So why not, when you discover that this person is not it, let that joker go, because the longer you hold on to shitaka that ain't itaka, you're going to keep getting more of that. You know, you're going to be blocking what is for you. The greatness, the extraordinary, what did it say? Experience the extraordinary. You're going to be blocking yourself from experiencing the extraordinary if you hold on to stuff that ain't meant for you. Okay? Out of desperation. I said it, yeah. That's what we do. We hang on to shit and go, oh, I've been with this person for this many years. So the hell, what? Bye. Get out of here now. So the good ones could come on in. Because as you elevate and grow, if you and your mate ain't elevating and growing, and if it's a mismatch, then you're just going to be growing outside of that relationship. And then what? You know, then the person going to be cheating on you because they ain't feeling fulfilled. It's just a bunch of shit ago. You'll be creating more shit ago from holding on to bullshit ago. Okay? So anyway, y'all, I had a great time. I hope you did. And I will talk to y'all in the next one. Ashe.